Since it's hurricane season, I thought I'd share Hurricane Ian from 2022. This picture is a satellite image that we pulled off the internet. I left Florida the week before Ian hit, packed up the dogs, and went to West Virginia for a doctor's appointment. Once we found out the hurricane was going to hit, my son decided to come to West Virginia also, since his boss was going to be shutting down the business. He packed up some important items, grabbed the cat, and drove 15 hours to my daughter's house. The hurricane hit 2 days later. We were at my daughter's house for a total of 2 weeks before we were able to drive back. We got updates from TikTok, Facebook, and from the news. Once we got back, there was still not any power. We had had a new roof and solar panels installed 3 weeks before the hurricane had hit. This massive tree fell on our house. We were really worried that someone was going to try to break into our house while we were gone. We arrived back to Port Charlotte in the middle of the night, and thank goodness for GPS, because nothing was recognizable from the minute we left the interstate.
Ever been able to see houses?
This is our first look at everything in daylight after returning home. I started documenting everything to send videos back to my daughter that still lived in West Virginia.
I hope it doesn't rain. It looks like
The palm tree in the front yard that looked like it was going to live ended up dying. The little one on the other side of the truck looked like it had been completely destroyed, ended up living, and is still living.
this thing is a monster.
That must be part of the solar.
Well,
I said that must be part of the solar. Holy crap. Ouch. Wow. God, there's just stuff everywhere. That's dead. Oh my God, their boat and their lanai. Their stuff.
boy, they got a mess and a half. Their entire building.
The neighbors really didn't suffer much damage at all, other than their lanai cage over their pool. And they had a palm tree that fell through that and into the pool. This is a picture of how high the water came into the garage. Still no electric, and we're eating cold ravioli out of the can. We knew when we were in West Virginia we wouldn't be able to find any type of tools when we came back. So my son bought a brand new chainsaw before we came back. And we got started cleaning up and cutting down that big tree.
I'm the cleaning crew. You put me to work.
No, I volunteered. Yay!
My son had to go back to work, so his days were filled with cleaning up people's yard, and he would come straight home at night and get to work on cutting that tree.
Look what you did.
I don't think I could count the number of times people stopped by offering to cut the tree down for $25,000. I finally had to spray paint no solicitation on a piece of plywood and stick it in the front yard. And that still didn't stop them. When he got to the roof, he was terrified that once he cut the tree, it was going to fall and go through the side of the house. Once the tree was gone, we could see the actual damage. My brand new roof was not covered under warranty. Surprise, surprise. I salute you, tree. We were able to get some supplies to cover the roof from the Salvation Army. We really wanted to fix the hole right away, but insurance required us to let them come out and do their thing. We called this the claw.
Wish the rest of it was down there.
There were volunteers going around and tarping people's roofs. This neighbor was 83 years old, and he lived out of state. I owned a business in West Virginia whenever Hurricane Ian hit, and I was also selling real estate in Florida, so I was able to clean up during the day while my son was at work. I'm going to speed this up because this lasts for a very long time. In order for the claw to pick everything up, it had to be along the side of the road.
I did it.
This looks like my son, but it is actually his boss. He was kind enough to come and clean up the rest of the tree. My daughter and son-in-law were at the house visiting whenever he came by. I recorded from the front porch and from my bedroom window so I wouldn't be out around in his way. Not sure why the camera on my phone started picking up the screen in the window.
This is what scared me about Tanner doing it.
doing that all of a sudden when it wasn't.
Let me see it. Looks like it's bleeding. It's gonna run over a log. You don't see it. Okay. Watch your toes.
You looking at him.
That big saw cuts through it like butter though.
That's why Tanner wanted a big saw.
If it was that loud whenever one of the pieces got cut, imagine how loud it was when that thing hit your house.
Yeah.
And it's not like one of them old trees that are hollow in the middle. This thing's got beef.
Yeah, I know. Oh, we better get back where we're supposed to go. My roots were.
Yes.
He's on the phone.
Mm-hmm. I saw. I think it's funny.
He's like, oh, not much. Ain't doing much. What about you? Huh?
Can you hear me now?
I like how it takes bites. Good lord. That's right where it split.
Mm-hmm. You're coming with me. My dishwasher quit working during all of the mess, so I carried it out and threw it alongside of the road for the claw to pick up. We lost a claw. It's been a few months, and this is everything that's left. It's now time to start on fixing the roof. The roofing company sent me these pictures after they found a damaged rafter. They said an engineer had to come out and check the damage. After the engineer inspected the damage, the cost of the repair went from $900 to $3,000. We had several estimates from several different companies. My sons worked with an engineer, and he came out and said that my sons could fix it themselves. This was my youngest son's first time on a roof, so he thought he could stand on the drywall and fell straight through the roof. We went from having 0 damage inside to having a gaping hole. I had a wonderful skylight. He was absolutely fine. He was just really embarrassed. The drywall was that big. The next hurricane sent a piece of wood through the screen. Here's my sons up on the roof fixing the damage.
We ain't roofers, we're landscapers, but we did it. And it only took so long because I fell through the roof. Right?
No, we're lazy.
Yeah.
Lazy landscapers.
Finally back to normal.